Who are you? It's not just a question, it's a challenge. A fire that burns deep within, demanding an answer. Not for them, not for the world, but for you. The weight of their expectations, the chains of their judgments, they've dragged you down long enough. But now, it's time to rise, to stare into the void, and to face the reflection that's been waiting for far too long. Every morning you wake up, the question lingers. Who are you? Are you the person they think you are? The person they want you to be? Or something else entirely? You've been living behind masks for so long, smiling when it hurts, laughing when the silence inside you is deafening. Piece by piece, you've been molded, shaped, and pressed into roles you never asked for. They tell you who you're supposed to be. They label you, box you in. They try to define you with their shallow understanding of your depths. But what they don't realize is that their words are like fragile glass, easily shattered by the truth of who you really are. You've been quiet, haven't you? Silent, as if the world deserved your compliance. But compliance isn't peace. Their rules aren't your reality. And their vision? It's never been your truth. You're more than they know, more than they could ever comprehend. Behind the eyes that stare back at you in the mirror lies a storm, a chaos they've tried to control, a fire they've tried to extinguish. But some flames can't be tamed, some storms can't be calmed. You've lived their lies, haven't you? They said you weren't enough. They said you were too much, too wild, too quiet, too loud, too different. But the truth is, you were always enough. They just didn't have the courage to admit it. Take a moment, close your eyes, feel it, that heartbeat. It's not theirs, it's yours. Each pulse a reminder that you're still here, still fighting, still standing. That fire in your chest, it's not for them, it's for you, for the battles you've won, for the scars you carry, for the strength you've built in silence. And here's the thing about silence. It's not weakness, it's power. Power they don't understand, power they'll never control. Look around you. The world is noisy, full of voices that try to drown out your own. But your voice, it doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need their validation. It just needs to exist, to stand firm, unwavering, unbroken. Who are you? You're not their labels, not their rejection, not their fear. You're something far greater. You're a force, a fire that refuses to burn out, a storm that refuses to fade. They'll try to define you, to confine you, but definitions are for the weak. You are infinite. You are untamed. You are everything they'll never be, and that terrifies them. Because deep down, they know they can't break you. They've tried, haven't they? They've pushed you, tested you, tried to strip away your essence. But here you are, still standing, still unbroken, still you. You've been through the fire. You've walked through hell. And guess what? You came out stronger. They don't know your story. They don't know your pain. But they will. Not because you'll explain it to them, but because they'll see it. In your actions, in your resilience, in the way you stand tall when the world tries to pull you down. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need their understanding. What you need is to embrace who you are, fully, unapologetically, powerfully. So, who are you? You're not their puppet. You're not their victim. You're not their villain. You're the architect of your own story, the warrior in your own war, the light in your own darkness. And when they look at you, let them see the truth they've always been too afraid to face. Let them see the fire they couldn't extinguish, the storm they couldn't calm. Let them see you. The world doesn't get to define you. They don't get to tell your story. That's your power, your truth, your weapon. You're the silence that screams louder than words, the calm before the storm, the force that can't be stopped. Who are you? You're the one they couldn't break, the one who stood when everyone else fell, the one who dared to rise again and again. You're everything they said you couldn't be, and more. They'll never understand you, and that's okay, because you don't live for their understanding. You live for your truth, for your fire, for your freedom. So walk tall, stand firm. Let them wonder, let them doubt, let them fear. Because the answer to who are you isn't in what you say. It's in how you rise, how you fight, and how you live. You're not the question, you're the answer. You're not the mask, you're the truth. And that truth, it's unstoppable.